Welcome to another March Madness preview show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster. Today, we're going to look at the 12-5 matchup between the Liberty Flames, the Conference USA champions, and the Oregon Ducks out of the Big Ten. Now, Oregon enters this tournament. They played much better towards the end of the season. Dana Altman is a great tournament coach, and they beat Indiana in the Big Ten tournament by double digits, but then they lost the regular season champion Michigan State in the quarterfinals by 10 points. Liberty's riding high after winning the Conference USA tournament, and the Flames will need to keep that momentum going in order to pull off the upset. Now, this is an upset that a lot of people are picking. And Oregon has been a tricky team to evaluate this season as the Ducks have played very well against some great teams, including wins over Alabama, Wisconsin, and Texas A&M. But they suffered a couple questionable home losses, especially the game to Illinois. They lost by like 30 towards the start of the Big Ten season. Now, Dana Altman teams tend to thrive in March, and an Oregon team that has proved its ceiling is high can't be underestimated on this stage with this coach. The Ducks, they don't excel in a lot of areas. They're a middle of the road 3-point shooting team. They rank near the middle of the pack in rebounding. They don't have a shutdown defense by any means, but the defense did get better as the season went on. And the depth is impressive, though. And they don't rely too heavily on any one particular player. Oregon would have liked sophomore point guard Jackson Shelstad to take more of a leap this season. He's shooting the ball well from beyond the arc, but he hasn't become the go-to scorer I expected. Aside from Shelstad, Ducks do have a couple experienced guards to lead on in TJ Bamba and Keyshawn Bartholomew. Now, Shelstad, though, is the key here. Even though he hasn't lived up to what I thought, he is still clutch. When the game's on the line, if the ball's in his hands, more often than not, you're going to win. Now, Nathan Biddle plays the role inside that Dante played last year. All right, now he's not as much of an offensive force, but he's definitely a defensive force. He's absolutely essential for Oregon as the only starter averaging more than 4 rebounds. If he goes up against a team that lacks size, Biddle could be in for a big day. Now, remember what I just said there. Liberty entered conference play looking like it could contend for an at-large bid after handling business decently in a average non-conference season. But the Flames lost 5 times in Conference USA, despite metrics screaming that they were the top team in the league. By the time the conference tournament arrived, they appeared to finally be reaching their potential. Now, Coach Richie McKay's team shoots 38%, a little over 38% from three-point range. That's top 15 in the country. That makes them dangerous for Oregon. And this group's efficiency on 2-point shots actually ranks even higher. Interestingly, though, Liberty isn't a fast-paced team. The Flames slow the game and hold opponents to under 63 points per game. But they shoot so efficiently that their raw offensive marks are very high. Now, size is a concern. This is where Nate Biddle comes into effect. Liberty lost Isaiah Einen early in the season. So 6'8", Owen Aquino is the Flames' tallest rotational piece. And this group doesn't have a true big man. Ranking 358th in 2-point attempts and 43rd in 3-point attempts, it's clear the offense for Liberty is going to come from the perimeter. If Talion Peter and Colin Porter are hitting shots, an upset is possible. Now, the level of competition is a natural concern here for the Flames. They don't have a quad 1 game on their resume. They did beat Kansas State and McNeese in non-conference play. If the defense translates and Liberty can drag down an opponent to its pace, McKay will have a chance to win another NCAA tournament game. Now, my prediction is Oregon at -5.5 to me looks like a pretty good bet. The Flames could be a popular upset pick based on their peaking at the right time and their ability to shoot the 3, but there are some certain question marks about the strength of schedule heading into this. Oregon, on the other hand, proved in the Big Ten this season that they could hold their own. The Ducks went 8-7 in quad 1 games, 8-2 in quad 2 games. They finished 7th in the conference standings. They had a 74-64 loss in the conference tournament to Michigan State. And Michigan State looks to be a national title contender. Not an ugly loss. Oregon doesn't blow away teams in any facet of the game. but they are 39th of offensive efficiency, 31st in defensive efficiency, and that defense over the last month has played much better. Dana Altman is really good in one and done situations. And now, while Liberty may have the momentum from winning their conference tournament, Oregon has a better NCAA tournament resume and a history of winning in the first round on its side. I think the Ducks win this game. Excuse me. The point spread does give me some concern. So I'm probably going to bet this game straight up on the money line, put a couple $100 on it, win 140, 150. So I'm going to go money line with Oregon here. I think Liberty is a real live underdog if they start hitting from three. But I think Nate Biddle inside on the interior will be the difference. Liberty's going to have to shoot probably 40% from 3-point range to be able to win this game. I don't see that happening against the athletic Oregon players. Oregon wins this game, I think somewhere in the area of 75-70. And if I was going to bet the point spread, I would probably give the points and take Oregon. If you want to bet this game, the best place to do it, BetMGM, your top rated sportsbook for betting on March Madness. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on X at Grueling Truth. But for now, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.